ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਹੈ। ਓ ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਹੈ ਰੱਬਾ।
ਓਏ
ਓ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਬਿਠਾ ਲਾ।
ਜੇ ਉਹ ਬਾਬੇ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਲੱਤਾਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਕਾਹ ਨੂੰ ਲਾ ਲੈ ਤੂੰ ਹੈਂ?
ਚੱਲ ਚੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਿਆਰੀ।
ਹੁਣ ਰੈਪ ਦੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਕਰ ਤੂੰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਬੀਟ ਤੇ।
Let's go. Hello, hello. Where do you find assets from my library? Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you something. Okay, wait. 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 Okay. Look at this. Still going. Let's go. 200 GBs. Okay. 201. Okay, let's go. 250. Okay. 250 GBs of assets. Only assets. Let me check this. I have everything. Let's play some other song. Let's go. We are too close to 500 subscribers. If you want anything from my asset library, you can join my Discord server and then apply for this Fusion Prime server, okay? So let me accept. You can DM me your best 2 videos, okay? And then we will verify your videos and you will get the access of the Fusion Prime, okay? That's so easy. And you're from out of India or Hindi speaking countries, then you will get a free access. Let's go. First, let's start with the workspace modification, I guess. Yes. Let's drag this here. Okay. This is the same animation we created yesterday. Okay. If you are not on my Discord server, on this free one, where is it? If you are not in Fusion community, you can join this. Okay. We do live session at 5 Indian time, 5 p.m. in Indian time, and create something from scratch. Okay, now let's start animating this. There is a little bit delay on this animation, on the second animation. Okay, we have to fix that. So you can see this. There's a layer management error, I guess. Yes, we have to move this upload layer around like here. Okay, here. Let's move this layer first. Upload layer. Okay, this one. Okay, see. To move this little bit back, then okay, now it's doing good. Let me just close the song. Dun, da, 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 da. Okay. Let me just close this and open my Discord. Let's go to this free one. Okay. And let's go. Let's make this animation smooth, like let's move these layers a little bit back. Now we can move on to the next section, which is the fourth file, I guess. Yes, the fourth one, and the loading bar here. You have to animate this also. Let's move a little bit forward in time, and let's open the keyframe of the last layer, file 3, and go to the last keyframe. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, then let's drag this layer around here in the timeline, then also move this loading bar. So now we have something like this. This file comes at last, at the end. Okay, now copy the keyframes, I guess. Okay, we have to do that manually because there are difference in values. So click on position, separate dimension. We have to animate this in Y direction or axis. So we put keyframe on Y axis and press U. so it will hide the X dimension. And then let's count the duration of the animation. Okay, for that just count the steps: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, not 10, 9. 1 2 3. Okay, 9 and 3. Now let's count from here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3. Okay, put a second keyframe here and add 300 pixels to the first keyframe, so it will go down. It will come from the down to top. Okay, like this. Now what we're gonna do is we have to connect the loading bar with the file. Okay, this composition, we have to connect this two with this composition, so it will move with this composition also. So let's select both layer and pick web and connect them with the composition. Okay, now everything is linked together, and yes, we're done. Hello, are you completing what you were doing yesterday? Yes, I'm completing the project we just started yesterday on the Discord. It's the same project. Now we have to animate transparency. You can call it opacity, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so go to the last keyframe, add a keyframe, and come to first keyframe and make it 0. And let's open the graph editor of this. And okay, we have to just drag the right slider to the left and we're good to go. So for that, first select all the keyframes and F9 and open graph editor, select all the keyframes and Control Shift and drag. Make sure you hit Control Shift key while dragging this slider, so it will snap to this black line. Now we have something like this. For the position, we have to copy graph from this layer. Let's see. We have to match the top this peak. Okay, 1 2. Okay, 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, at the 8th frame. Okay, let's go to our fourth layer, first keyframe. 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. You have to make a graph which peaks here. This is already the same. Now let's play the animation from the beginning. So it look like this. We have to animate this a little bit different style. Yes, let's move this keyframe a little bit forward, like here, and let's play the animation. So it will go up, and while this animation is happening, we have to introduce our fourth layer, 1 and 2. Okay, now let's move this a little bit, not too much, and also select the bottom layers which is connected to composition 4. Let's move this like here. Now let's check the animation. Okay, it's looking good, but not perfect, so we have to make it perfect. For that, we just gonna copy the rhythm of this animation. If we're here and go like around here, let's count the frames of this delay. Okay, sequence. So 1 1 2. Okay, And the Discord link is not working. Let me give you a new one, okay? Wait. Wait. Let me send you a new link. Copy and let me paste here, okay? Okay, check this link. I think it's working. Yes, it's working. It's showing my name. Let me know if it's still not working. I'll try to fix that. For now, let's back to the After Effects. And we have to make a sequence of keyframe like this. We go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 frame, and let's move this layer around like here. And if we play this animation, we'll get a nice smooth roll up animation. Okay, that's nice. That's doing good, but there is a one problem. If you notice closely, this file is coming before the dots are, okay? So we have to introduce our dots first, and then we have to introduce our fourth file. So for that, we have to sequence the dots around for like 1 2 3 4 5 frames, and then our dots will come like this. We have to play with the layers like too much. You have to play too much with the layers to get a smooth animation. And if we just let's say go to the end and parent this null with the layer 3 position, okay, and remove all the keyframes from here, it should need to follow the, yes, wait, we have to move the dots a little bit down like around here. So we can see that now it's doing good. Okay, so dots are coming before the fourth file. Now let's save this project and go forward a little bit in the time around like here, and let's animate the opacity of this line, the loading and uploading line, what to call it. Okay, go to the starting of the layer and add a keyframes, make it 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, add a keyframe, make it 100, select all the keyframes, go to the graph and drag the right slider with Control and Shift key to make a graph like this. Okay, now if we play the animation, it's looking smooth, but there's a problem. We have to animate the uploading line. That's why we created a 2-line. If we zoom in a little bit here, let's go forward in time and let's turn the second line. Okay, so this is the full uploading line. Okay, upload will done if this line reaches the end, this black line. Instead use trim path rather than opacity. I think you are getting me wrong. What I am trying to do is introduce the layer in the frame, then animate the loading. Okay, loading bar. We gonna animate this loading bar only. we don't have to animate the bottom one and this one, the full progress bar. So for the loading bar, let's search. First we have to add a trim path. Okay, we already have trim path, I guess. If we search here trim path, so we already have a trim path here. Now what we're gonna do, add keyframes. Let's go in starting, and in the end let's move 1 second forward. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, then add another keyframe and let's make this 0. So it's uploading like this. Okay, but it's going too fast. I mean, little bit too much fast, so we have to move this keyframe around like 5 seconds.
अबे लाइव स्ट्रीम नहीं कर रहा है बे।
लाइव स्ट्रीम पे ही हूँ, लाइव स्ट्रीम पे ही हूँ मैं।
अच्छा लाइव स्ट्रीम है क्या? 1:30 बजे से टाइमिंग था मैं। अच्छा लाइव कर रहा।
So now it's moving a little bit slow. Let me close the mic on the Discord. And now what we're gonna do here, let's see, we have to make a transition. Let's select all there and click. Now everything is visible, I guess. Okay, we have to trim this composition around like 6 seconds long. We need only 6-second long comp. Okay, for that let's press N, go to the start, click B, click here and trim comp to work area. Okay, now we have a 6-second comp. Let's see. Okay, now for the transition, what we're gonna do here is we have to make this small, and let's select all layer and pre-comp them and name it main animation. Animation. Okay, now let's create a shape layer. Just double click on this. Okay, make sure you don't have a selected layer in timeline, then just double click on this layer. Can you show how we can edit like DaVinci Auto? I don't know how to edit like him, like completely, but I can try because I know how to use this software, so I can create anything I want. But there's a problem. I have to analyze his content and all stuff, how he edits and all. We'll try to edit like him on our Discord server if you guys want. But for now, we are only animating UI style videos. Okay, now what we're gonna do here, let me open my Figma. Okay, and let me show you by just drawing. Okay, so you don't get confused. Okay, so this is our, I guess, wait, I have to change the color of this pen. Okay, let's make it black, and we have to zoom in a little bit like this. Okay, let me increase the width 5. Okay, so this is our frame. the current frame, okay, but it's looking very much like a raw animation. We have nothing special in this animation. Everyone can make this animation. It's really easy. So for the transition, what we're gonna do here, we have to convert this main composition into the small box with a rounded corners, okay. So this corners will gonna be rounded, so it looks like a card of information. And then we have to make this card animate a little bit. Let's say convert this card information into the profile picture, okay. This is gonna be our profile picture, then one divider line and little bit information about our server or anything. Yes, we can add information about server. And for that, let's just draw the bunch of lines. Okay, to convert this composition into this rounded frame, we can use a shape layer with masking, okay. Okay, so let's try to implement the idea in this composition. First, let's enable our shape layer and add a fill effect and make it red. Now let's set our, let's say, search for rounded corners, add a keyframe, and let's say we need around 80 pixels. And then let's search size, okay. Then size, okay, done. We have added keyframes on the both property. Now what we're gonna do here, go to the starting of the animation, make roundness around 0, and now let's link the main composition to this shape layer, and then let's turn on the opacity, click F4 and add alpha matte, okay. So now we have something like this. You can see we have a rounded corners animated. For the size, we have to scale this down in like this area. If you can see the grids, we have to fit this in this grid, okay. So we get a nice space around the corners and around the borders. So let's do that first. Just
hello
hello hello
क्या कर रहे हो जनिश भाई
YouTube live.
और जारिस भाई क्या हाल है
मैं यहाँ माइक बंद कर रहा हूँ, ओके, वरना
ठीक
तुम
कोई
बोलोगे क्या चल रहा है.
नहीं कोई बात नहीं
Okay, so now we have to scale this down, okay. For that, we already linked the main animation composition to the shape layer. So if we scale down the shape layer, it will scale down like this. And as we said, this is possible. We have converted this composition into this box, or like you can say this a tab or anything. So now we have to fit this box into this frame. For that, we have to just scale this up little bit, around like 80. Okay, 80 pixels is good. And now let's save the project and animate the, I guess let's animate, I guess this is a position. Is that position keyframes? Okay, it's a keyframe of size. We have to animate the scale property, okay. Okay, click on scale keyframe, then go to starting and add a keyframe of 100, and at the last we need a rounded rectangle mask. So move this keyframes around like here. go 1 2 3 4 5. Let's go to the fifth second. Okay, just type 5 and dot, and we are at fifth second. And let's move this keyframes like this. Now we have 1 second animation of transformation. You can see this transforming into rectangle box. For smoothing this out, let's F9 and see the transition. It's looking weird. Let's move few frames forward, like 430, and move this starting keyframe around like here, and go to the fifth second. Select all the keyframes, make them F9, and open graph editor. Let's select the right side handles. First drag and select these points, and let's move this little bit like this, and don't move it fully at left side. Okay, now let's select the left side sliders and move them like this to get a peak point at our fifth second. Let's move around like here. We have a nice peak on fifth second. Now let's play the animation. Okay, okay, so we have a smooth animation, but this card is too big for this frame. I guess the info frame. I don't want this much big card for the information, so I'll scale it down further, around like 40 pixels. And let's say this is too much in height. I guess we need a card to match this shape. I know it's not good looking shape, but still. Okay, so now here's the main part. Search the size now, add a keyframe, unlock the chain, open keyframes by pressing U, go to the first keyframe, add a keyframe, and then go to the end, and let's change the 1920 to around like 1130. Okay, 1130 or 1160. Let's go with 1360. So now we have a nice card here, but it's too wide in x-axis, so we have to make this 720. I guess 720, 1960. Okay, 1960 is looking good. So we have nice animation like this. Okay, now let's make a graph on size. Select, and let's drag them around like here at the fifth second. And match them like this. Okay, now we have a smooth transition here, but we have to transform the contents inside this composition. So go to the first keyframe and double click on composition, add a marker here, so we know that we have to replace this content with another one. So for that, what we're gonna do here, just duplicate, use is copy plugin. I like to play with graph manually. I don't want to copy anything in graphs. Okay, I have plugins for that, but I am not using them. So now let's duplicate this background layer, cut it down, and move this up a little bit. And we have to animate the fill option of this layer. Okay, so let's say we have a nice white background, and then we'll convert this into a let's say, okay, first we have to scale this down, okay, because it will get cropped in this main animation composition. For that, we have to switch our workflow into composition workflow. So lock this layer and double click on this layer, and now we have another composition here. So now let's place this composition here, and let's say let's move it here. Now we can see what's going on in this main animation composition and the main composition. Okay, so we have to add a shape layer here in the main animation composition, and let's turn on the fill of this layer, background layer, and let's make it 100, and let's go with the pink color like this, and open our main composition. Now let's scale this down. Okay, so as you can see, we don't have to fill this full composition with this solid. Okay, we just have to scale the solid according to the size. So let's align this, and let's unlock the chain and increase the width of this composition. Not okay, we have to increase the width of this background layer, the shape layer, like this. Let's say match around like here. Now if we play this, let's animate the opacity of this fill layer, add a keyframe, make it 0, go to last, add 100. Now we have something like this. But there's a problem. Okay, we have to animate the scale of this layer. So for that, just go to the end of the animation, add a keyframe, and let's say make this 100 and make this 100. And if we turn on the opacity, we have nice.
My personal question to you is why not?
Okay, now let's play. So we have something like this. But we have to animate the graph of this animation of opacity, and then we have to match that with this animation. So let's say
जनीश भाई
बोलो बोलो
जनिश भाई लाइव है।
अच्छा अच्छा
बोलो बोलो क्या है?
बस इतना ही बनाया क्या ये बीसी वगैरह और कुछ है क्या सर्वर में
सर्वर चेंज कर दिया भाई,
नया बनाया है
प्राइम में ले गया उसको, दूसरा बनाया।
भेजो लिंक भेजो
इनवाइट ओनली है भाई।
इनवाइट ओनली मतलब समझा नहीं
तन्मय इसको
ये how to go
समझा,
या
मैं इधर लाइव पे हूँ।
हाँ तो कोई बात नहीं, मैं देख भाई तुम्हारे एडिट्स पे फोकस, लाइक तुम
Okay, so we can slide this side. Okay, so we have to animate this graph like this animation. Let's F9 and then let's slide this around. Yeah. Let's smooth this. What is this? Wait. Okay. Let's see. Wait. भाई 5 बजे और 5 बजे लाइव होगा डिस्कॉर्ड पे, ठीक है? इधर जनरल में वो डाल दे बस, जनरल में डाल दे। अबे तू डाल दिया है वो कि 5 बजे लाइव होगा। हाँ तो वो डाल। बे तू डाल तो जो आएगा उनको लेके, वरना जान दे भाई। ओके, so back to the animation. Let's delete the graph on this layer, and then this, I guess we have complicated or overcomplicated this animation, so let's simplify this. Let's close all this file composition. We have to unlock this, and then let's go to value graph. Let's see. I guess this animation is very weird. I think when you minimize it, I think when you minimize it, I think background वाले का भी opacity decrease करना होगा, right? Let's see. Okay. मुकुल भाई आप सही कह रहे हो, बट यहाँ एक प्रॉब्लम है. वी हैव अ स्केलिंग प्रॉब्लम. If you see this, let me show you a little bit. So we can't able to animate the scale properly. If we add a graph to it, it will just go like weirdly small. For that, I guess we have to add a separate graphs for each size. let's see if we F9 and let's say this one is, I guess, green one. Okay, we have to drag the red one first. Fuck. This is little bit complicated. Okay, I think we just need to move this scale free keyframe little bit backward, like around like here. And if we check this out now, so it's doing the same thing. What the fuck? I think we have to move this inwards. Okay, now the problem is fixed, I guess. Okay, the problem is fixed. Not fully. If we say, let's go frame by frame, that is a little bit area which is white. Okay, you can see this. You have to fix this. Okay, so we have to move this keyframe one frame forward, I guess. Let's say move it like here. Now if we play, okay, so now it's doing good. So if you are recreating this same animation, you can see what we have done here. We have to like come few frames forward for opacity keyframes and go a little bit inwards for the scale keyframes. Okay, okay, now let's play the full animation, then we will move on to the last frame designing process, which is gonna be our information and profile picture, all stuff. So let's play the animation. Okay, and don't forget to unlock this panel, otherwise you'll stuck in the one composition. Let's say starting is not good, it's not smooth enough, there is too much spacing. It looks like still frame, so we have to fix this. And there is a transition, so we have to move that transition around like 3.5 seconds, 3 and 3.30. Okay, now let's open this composition and let's move this around like here. I guess, wait. Okay, we have to move the shape layer keyframes according to this. Okay, we have to move these keyframes around like here and drag this layer like this. So we have to, I guess, yes, we have to change the opacity on the first keyframe. Then if we play this, we get a nice fade look. Okay, fade transition, but there's a problem. Look at this. Let's go inside this and make this little bit long, and then what we're gonna do here, we'll try to reduce the still frame duration, and let's play this animation again. We don't have to play this. and then we have a still frame for around 1 or 2 seconds. We'll count that. Okay, here's the animation come to its stop point. Then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so we have around 1.5 second long pause, so we have to remove that so our animation looks smooth and in motion. Okay, otherwise it will look like a still frame. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, then move this keyframe like here, and then we have to move this around like here. And if we play now, now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna add a bounce effect to it, so it will bounce and then convert in this box, but we will not do it right now. We can't able to do it that right now because we have to do so much things. We have to design this frame. Okay, so let's start designing this frame by changing its color first, like this. We are going with the black color, then add a gradient ramp. Let's move the black point at here, the top corner. Let's make it 0 and 0, and let me save that. Then let's move the white point at this corner, the bottom right corner. Okay, let's say this is the corner of the layer. Now let's change the colors. I'm going with the blue, dark blue shade. So color code is 210 and 70 with 25. Okay, this is the color, I guess. Let's go with 240. So we have a dark blue shade, but there's one problem. You can zoom in and see this line. Yeah, this line, if you can able to see on the stream, we have to remove that. For that we have to add noise effect and change it value to around 2. Let's go. Now we have no lines. Let's go to our main composition and see the transition. Let's play the full animation once. Okay, so we have something like this. But we have a clipping colors. Okay, we have to change the background color. So let's go with a new solid. Done, and move this down. So we have something like this, but this is looking weird as fuck. Okay, you have to change the colors a little bit. Let's change this color to like from black to white, or let's say add a fill effect and change the color to around this. Okay, let's go with black color and start designing our frame. So first we're gonna add our photo, then divider, then the rest of the text layers. Okay, now let's start by create a circle for our frame, photo frame. Okay, what we're gonna do now is just import our photo. Let's say from transform to like, let's, where is my profile picture? Okay, this is my profile picture. Let me drag this down in this home position, and I have a square photo. Okay, square profile photo. So now what I'm gonna do here, just select the ellipse tool and select the layer and just double click. Now it's a rounded mask profile picture. Okay, so I have to just scale this down a little bit, around like 20 pixels. And now let's lock this layer, go to the main, let's open the main composition and put it here, I guess. Let's drag this here. Now we can see our final result and go to the editable layers, style, and okay, wait, let's move this up. And it's looking good, but there's a problem. We have to change the background color and all stuff. We'll do that later. Okay, now let's add a divider line. Just draw a random line like this, turn off the fill, add a stroke, done, and reduce the pixel around like 6 pixels. Now we have a divider line here. And let's turn off the grid first, and now we have to add text layers. Okay, so just add anything you wanna type here. Let's align this to center, scale this down, and let's move this here, so something like this. Okay, so for the information, we are not adding anything for now. And let's move this another text layer. Wait, in this, let's duplicate and move this down like this, and we'll add the information later. And for now, let's make a bounce animation, I guess. We'll try to make it bounce. Okay, let me move this line a little bit down. Then let's go to the main layer, and we have to crop this down, select all the layers and trim, select this layers and delete. Let's parent this layers with the frame, the profile picture with the frame. Okay, let's unlink this and none. Now if you play this, we have something like this. This is looking awful, but we'll make that look good in our Discord live session. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. Then we have to hide these layers. Let's hide these layers we just created, like text and all stuff. Let's go to main, and for the bounce animation, let's say we have to add a keyframe on position. Yes, we have to add a keyframe on position. We move a little bit like here and click separate dimension, add a keyframe on Y, and like this. Let's go in middle. Let's say one frame, add a keyframe, move this. Let's move this little bit around 100 pixels, and we have something like this. Okay, now let's add our expression. For that I am using manager, this is my manager. Let's add our bounce. Okay, you can see the bounce, it's too much. Let's change the value. I'm like 4 and 1.8. Okay, let's move this keyframe a little bit here. Okay, I think I have to use a different bounce on this layer. Let's remove this bounce, and I'm using easy inertia. And let's say we have to animate the position, and this is not my script. Okay, this is a script by my friend Manthan, and I have no rights to share this script with anyone. Okay, so don't ask for the script also. Let's apply, and I think it's crashed, or okay, we have no crash issue. Let's move this keyframe around like here, and let's change the value of the bounce. Okay, let's go with, let's say we have no bounce here, so we have to animate 300. There is a bounce in motion 4 also. Let's say band. Okay, bounce. There is no bounce effect. Let's say there is no bounce effect or anything related to bounce, I guess. Yes, there is nothing. Okay, for now I'm not using any other things. I think we have to move this keyframe around like here. Let's move 10 frame forward. A keyframe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move this up a little bit. Select, and let's say, but there is no expression applied to this layer. Okay, wait. Let's open our manager. Wait, not this one. Okay. Manager. Okay, there is our manager. Let's move him up. Let's go to manager 1. Select, apply. Yes. Okay, now we have an expression on our layer. Now it will bounce easily. Okay, just have to change values around 1.6, 1.6. Have to remove this keyframe, I guess. Wait. Let's add 100 value. Let's add minus 200 value. Okay, I think we have added too much keyframes on this layer, so just remove all the keyframes. Now let's start by adding new ones. So first keyframe for around 50. Move 10 frames forward, add of minus 100. Move 10 frames forward, and let's go in the end of the animation, and let's pick 0. So we have to make this 100, I guess. बाइक सोरो चलाना वो क्या होता है? What is सोरो? Okay, so it's going down, then up, then down. Okay. So it's looking good, not the perfect one, but let's save 1 2. यस, इतना ही बनाया है। A 50, the fuck, 650। एडिटिंग से 5 लाख INR मंथली पॉसिबल है क्या? हाँ पॉसिबल है भाई, जस्ट तुमको स्कैम करना आना चाहिए। लोगों का छूतिया काटना आना चाहिए, फिर तुम 5 लाख या 50 लाख भी कमा लोगे। भाई तुझे कुलदीप ने सर्वर से क्यों निकाला? क्यों निकाला उससे पूछो भाई। उससे पूछो, निकाला जिसने उससे ही पूछो, जिसको निकाला उससे मत पूछो। और हाँ वेट, there is a second version of manager, okay, and this is the first version of manager. सो ये हमारा सेकंड वर्जन आ चुका है मैनेजर का, और थर्ड वर्जन इज कमिंग सून। सो ये वाला होने वाला है अभी गिव अवे, क्योंकि अपने पे आ चुका है वर्जन 2। सो वर्जन 2 हम अब यूज़ करेंगे, और जो वर्जन 1 है वो तुमको फ्री में मिल जाएगा कुछ टाइम में मेरे डिस्कॉर्ड पे, ऑब्वियस सी बात है। एंड ये मैनेजर 2 तुमने स्कैम किया था क्या? स्ट्रीम $50, वो क्या है भाई? $50 वाला सीन क्या है भाई, मेरे को नहीं पता। सो इस मैनेजर वर्जन 2 में तुमको लाइसेंस की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, ओके। मैंने इसमें लाइसेंस वाला सिस्टम ऐड कर रखा है। अगर तुम इसमें गलत लाइक किसी से मांग के डाल देते हो और लाइसेंस की मैच नहीं करती है, तो ये पूरा कोड ही इरेज कर देगा। सो उसमें कोई पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है कि तुम किसी भी वो कर सको, कि किसी से मांग के यूज़ कर सको। वो मैंने पूरा उड़ा ही दिया इसमें। अगर तुम इसमें गलत लाइसेंस की एक बार डाल दोगे, ख़त्म है सीन, पूरा कोड क्रैश मार जाएगा या इरेज कर देगा वो। तुमने क्यों? अरे वो सर्वर में मैसेज आता है फिर से बैन कर देते हैं। भाई बिना स्पैम के कितना? भाई वो तो तुम्हारे स्किल्स पे डिपेंड करता है भाई, तुम किस चीज़ में। एडिटिंग में बहुत सारी चीज़ें भाई। तुम एप्पल के लिए एडिट करोगे तो तुमको पे भी वो इतना करेगी, बट उसमें स्किल भी तुम्हारी इतनी लगेगी। वो सैलरी तुमको 90 लाख का अराउंड देगी फिर ईयरली का शायद से। तो मैंने बीच में सर्च किया था गूगल वगैरह के ऊपर, तो उसमें आया था कि अराउंड 90 लाख के अराउंड कुछ सैलरी निकलती है एनिमेटर हो तो। अगर एप्पल में, ऐसी ऐसी कंपनी नहीं, एप्पल में। तो आई थिंक वो अभी हमारे आसपास भी नहीं है, हम तो उसके। पर मैं भी चालू कर रहा हूँ, बताओ ना। नो आइडिया ब्रो, तुम कर सकते हो, तुम्हारी कैपेबिलिटी पे ऊपर है वो तो। तुम कितने कमा लेते हो? हाँ वो पब्लिक पब्लिक करने का ना, जो सबको बताता है फिर, आई गेस। तुम्हारे ऊपर है भाई, मेरे पे स्किल नहीं है, मेरे को बस सॉफ्टवेयर आता है। मैं अपने आप को स्किल्ड वही नहीं करता कि कोई आके फिर मेरे पे उंगली उठाए कि तू खुद क्लेम करता है तेरे को नहीं आ रहा, मैं हूँ ही नहीं इतना। मैं सीख रहा हूँ बस। और बात रही पैसों की, मैं कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहूँगा भाई, क्योंकि बंदे बहन से सिर्फ पैसे के लिए आ रहे हैं एडिटिंग में, जिससे मेरे को वो बहुत प्रॉब्लम है। 10 से 20 के ईजी अर्न कर लेते हो क्या? 10 से 20 ईजी? बस दो दो रात जगना पड़ेगा भाई। 2 दिन 2-2 घंटे की नींदें लूँगा, 50 अंदर, समझ रहे हो? बट एडिटिंग से नहीं हो क्या, दूसरे काम से। 50 के डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा अपने अकाउंट में, बट एडिटिंग से इतना पॉसिबल नहीं है गेस। तुमको हाई पेइंग क्लाइंट ढूंढना पड़ेगा फिर। दूसरा काम क्या करते हो भाई? दूसरा काम थोड़ी बताएगा, देखो तुम कैसे पलट गए ना पैसे पैसे की बात सुनते ही कि दूसरे कौन से काम से कमा रहा। यही प्रॉब्लम है शायद से। भाई मैं सिर्फ एडिटिंग पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं हूँ, ओके? और दूसरे काम क्या मैं कुछ वो हिंट भी नहीं देना चाहता, तो पूछने का कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है। एंड आई गेस ये एनिमेशन हम अब डिस्कॉर्ड पे ही करेंगे। अभी बज चुके हैं 3:30 बजने वाला है। आइए 5, 5:30 को टली टली पे नहीं, डिस्कॉर्ड पे लाइव। भाई क्या करते, फिर भी फिर भी हम काम ही करते हैं, मैं नहीं बताने वाला, मैं बोला पहले ही। मेरे को कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है अपने अर्निंग वर्निंग बताने में। दुकान लगाते हो क्या? नहीं, वो वाला सीन नहीं है अपना भाई, शॉप वॉप वाला कुछ सीन ही नहीं है। चलो भाई इसको बंद करते हैं अभी। भाई यही तो प्रॉब्लम है, तुम लोग दूसरों की इनकम स्ट्रीम जानने में वो इंटरेस्टेड हो, खुद कहाँ से ढूंढ के लाए उसमें कोई इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है। भाई दुनिया में हजारों काम है, तुमको सब थोड़ी आते होगे, जो मैं करता हूँ वो मेरे को आते हैं, तुमको नहीं आते हो क्या बता, या तुम नहीं करना चाहते हो। सब पे डिपेंडेंट वो अलग अलग है ना वो काम। कोई करना चाहता है, कोई नहीं करना चाहता। किसी को भाई नींद चाहिए 12-12 घंटे की, 5 घंटे काम करके, किसी को चाहिए भाई 2 घंटे की नींद, 14-14 घंटे काम करके। सो ऐसे चलता है भाई। अब बाकी ये अपने पे पड़ा हुआ एक्सप्रेशन मैनेजर, ओके ये वाला, ये मैं डालूँगा यहाँ पे फ्यूजन प्राइम में। क्या है फ्यूजन प्राइम? ओके इसमें आ जाएगा, यहाँ रिसोर्स का ऐड सेक्शन होगा, एक सेक्शन ऐड करेंगे उसमें डाल देंगे। सो वहीं से कर लेना, यहाँ पे फ्री रिसोर्सेज है बन रहे हैं अभी, ओके? सो ये यहाँ पे मूव हो जाएगा कहीं पे, वहीं से कर लेना तुम एक्सप्रेशन मैनेजर डाउनलोड। और हाँ ये सबके लिए नहीं है, ओके? ओनली फॉर फ्यूजन प्राइम मेंबर्स। एंड अगर तुम फ्यूज़न कम्युनिटी में हो तो तुम मेरे को मैसेज कर सकते हो अपने बेस्ट वीडियोस भेज के, दो देन हम चेक करेंगे, तुम अगर लायक हो फ्यूजन प्राइम में आने के लिए तो हम तुमको ऐड कर देंगे, इनवाइट भेज देंगे। और क्या, हमें लगता है कि तुम इम्प्रूव कर सकते हो। सो हमें इनवाइट लिंक भेजना है, कोई वो नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। सो मेरे को डीएम कर देना अपने बेस्ट 2 वर्क्स, वीडियो वर्क्स, ओके। देन हम चेक करके तुमको इनवाइट लिंक भेज देंगे, सिंपल। ₹99 है साइज फीस। किसकी फीस? किसकी फीस की बात कर रहे हो भाई आप? let's see. तेरी मेंबरशिप, अरे भाई मेंबरशिप भाई, नहीं भाई अभी नहीं, मेंबरशिप नहीं भाई, ओनली इनवाइट ओनली सर्वर है अभी के लिए। तो पैसे नहीं लगते हैं क्या? पैसे नहीं भाई, स्किल लगती है और कॉमन सेंस लगती है थोड़ी बहुत। हम ये जो 200 और 500 में एडिट करने वाले वैसे बंदे ले ही नहीं रहे। मैं भेजो अपने वर्क, भेजो भाई, किसने मना किया? चलो फिर कल मिलते हैं स्ट्रीम पे, ओके। बाय बाय, कल मिलते हैं 1:30 बजे दोपहर को, ओके। हैव अ नाइस डे।
Yeah, this ain't just a dream, it's survival. No plan B, I gotta make this work. From late nights to bright lights, this is my story. Listen. Yeah. 8 to 6, hands covered in gold dust. Feeling chains, but my soul felt rust. Clocking in, clocking out, just a ghost in the grind. But my heart stayed Eden, vision stuck in my mind. Came home drained, but I still hit the keys. After effects loaded, new tricks up my sleeve. Had no guide, just YouTube and pain. Taught myself the game through struggle and rain. My PC lagged, my pockets stayed tight. Bills on my mind, but I worked through the night. No excuses, no shortcuts to take. If I don't make it, man, my whole life's at stake. No plan B, it's do or die. I left that job, now I gotta fly. 100K vision, future in sight. Through the darkest nights, I create my light. No plan B, just lessons and scars. Building my name, reaching for stars. From reals to riches, bet on my grind. Editing like life frame by frame, one at a time. I wake up broke, but my mind stay rich. No silver spoon, just hands that stitch. Every cut, every mask, every color I tweak is another step forward, ain't no room for defeat. Gujarat roots, but I dream worldwide. English ain't smooth, but my edits go live. Let the visuals talk,